Sinking driveway, settling patio, collapsing stoop, uneven pool deck. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call APS.
This is the morning edition of the Daily Weather Briefing video. This is for Wednesday, the 2nd of November. I'm James Spann. Alabama's weather should be mostly dry through Friday and very mild. In fact, a few spots may be touching 80 degrees on an afternoon or two. Then for the weekend, we are going to mention some chance of rain with a cold front coming in, but no severe weather, and the heaviest rain most likely on the western side of the state. Even there, I wouldn't call it a rainy weekend, but yes, a chance of some rain by the time we get to Saturday. So this is the upper air look across the country this morning. Got a big trough coming into the west coast and a short wave coming through here, a little trough, and that's producing a few sprinkles early this morning. That's a radar composite, about 5:15 this morning. And some of that not reaching the ground, but a little bit is. So again, a few raindrops in spots. But by the time you watch this, if you're not watching live, a good chance that'll be long gone and the rest of this day should be dry. Temperatures early this morning are mostly in the 50s and low 60s. We're expecting highs up in the middle 70s today. The average high for this date is 70, so about 5 degrees above average. We'll check the watch warning map around the country early this morning. The east is quiet. In the western states with the trough coming in, we have some snow issues for the mountains and also some red flag warnings for parts of the Great Plains states. No severe weather expected across the country today, but tomorrow we have a risk of severe storms from parts of West Texas up into parts of the Great Plains, Kansas and Nebraska. And then on Friday, we have a risk of severe storms for about the eastern half of Texas up into parts of Oklahoma and Kansas. The core risk from near Oklahoma City down to Dallas-Fort Worth and Houston, Corpus Christi. But again, we do not expect any severe weather beyond that for the weekend here, as the dynamics will greatly weaken by the time that approaches Alabama. So the heaviest rain for the next 7 days will be west of our state, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, up into Missouri. Here, the better chance of really meaningful rain will be along and west of I-65. And this is showing nothing. This is the rain, by the way, through Wednesday morning of next week, rain for the next 7 days. And this is showing nothing for the eastern half of the state, but there could be a few spotty showers there Sunday or Monday. But again, obviously rain amounts light. The better meaningful rain opportunities will be west of I-65 over the weekend and early next week, and much more on the daily situation as we go through modeling here in just a moment. So let's check weather in the tropics. We have 2 tropical storms on the board, Lisa and Martin. And we'll talk more about them and show the track in a second. Let's go to the 5-day outlook. And the Hurricane Center does have an area highlighted in the Caribbean up to areas in the Atlantic just east of the Bahamas for some low chance of development over the next 5 days. And models are showing a surface low forming there. And again, most likely, if anything does form there, that might affect the Florida Peninsula, but not the Gulf of Mexico. Again, we'll take a look at modeling in a moment. Here's a look at Lisa on the verge of becoming a hurricane. The top winds are 70 miles an hour. And this will likely come into the coast of Belize late today and early tonight as a Category 1 hurricane. And notice that the Hurricane Center brings the remnant circulation into the Bay of Campeche, the southwestern Gulf of Mexico. And you think, wow, this thing might regenerate, but that's not expected to happen in this case because the winds aloft are going to be very harsh and conditions don't favor that. So the system should degenerate to a remnant low at some point over the weekend. Not affecting the Gulf. Here's a look at Lisa, and this is most likely, and this is a North Atlantic type system. This is going to be a cold core for most of its life, but it could briefly become a tropical type hurricane today or tonight, and then it becomes extra tropical, a cold core system, doing a little hokey pokey up in the North Atlantic and then ultimately moving east, and obviously that's no threat to the United States. So, model fans, here we go. This is the GFS. This is the 06C run, valid today at 4. You see the big trough in the west and the little short wave coming through the southeastern states. And again, the short wave is squeezing out a few sprinkles here during the pre-dawn hours, but those will be gone. The sky becoming sunny today. And again, the high should be in the mid-70s, about 5 degrees above average. This is tomorrow, mostly sunny, highs in the upper 70s. This is Friday, partly to mostly sunny. And again, somebody probably will see 80 for the high on Friday. I believe for Birmingham, that's within 2 of the record high of 82 set in 1909. Of course, we have rain and storms off to the west. And again, those storms could be severe Friday over parts of Texas and Oklahoma. So a lot of questions about the weekend. So this is Saturday. Again, valid at 4 o'clock off the GFS. We have rain likely over West Tennessee, Mississippi, and parts of Louisiana. And let's go to the European. And again, this is valid Saturday at 4 o'clock. It's a little faster. And it brings in showers to the northern and western part of Alabama, basically along and north of Interstate 59. So we're going to hit the rain a little harder on Saturday for that part of the state, along and north of Interstate 59. There might even be a rumble of thunder. We don't expect any severe weather at all. The dynamic support will be weakening rapidly. And a couple of notes here. We've got Auburn playing at Starkville, Mississippi, at State, and Alabama playing at LSU. And there could be some rain around for both of those games. So if you're going to the Alabama or the LSU game, take the rain gear. I think rain is most likely in Starkville. For the LSU game, that the rain might be over by kickoff. We can't make that promise at that point, but that's a possibility. Otherwise, Saturday, a mostly cloudy day with highs in the 70s. And then Sunday, everything kind of fizzles, but a remnant boundary is going to be around. There could be a few scattered showers on Sunday. We'll mention scattered showers. The chance of any one spot getting wet Sunday, about 3 in 10. A lot of clouds around. Highs, again, will be in the 70s. So for the weekend, cloudy Saturday and Sunday. A few showers. The better chance of rain will be Saturday from Birmingham north and west. So let's go to Monday. And again, a pretty decent pool of moisture lingers. So we'll maintain the chance of showers Monday. And then Tuesday, the ridge strengthens and we're dry. And we'll go to a week from today. This is Wednesday, the 9th of November. Again, broad ridging for the eastern states. And, of course, we note that little feature that is in the Gulf. And, again, a broad low shows up a little east of Miami. That's that feature the Hurricane Center was identifying. But really the pattern would suggest that thing kind of meanders about and stays east of our area, east of Alabama. In fact, let's go out 10 days. This is Friday of next week, November 11th. And again, that broad surface low is still really east of Miami, and we are still dry. So much of next week at this point looks dry and mild. This is rain for Birmingham coming off the European ensemble. Between now and the 17th of November, the mean is a little over 1 inch now. And again, no sign of any really cold air through mid-November. You can see highs coming off the national blend of models here, upper 70s to near 80. Through the first half of next week, and then starting to trend downward toward the end of next week. But no sign of any really cold air or freezing temperatures for the next 15 days. In fact, this is the latest 8 to 14-day guidance. This is for November 9th through the 15th. And we are above average here with below average temperatures for the northern and western states. So, it had a pretty nice sunset last night for the Gulf Coast. I love that shot. Love the reflection of those mid-level clouds off the water. And now the sun goes down over the Gulf this time of the year for the central Gulf Coast. Just gorgeous on the Gulf Coast last night. And some high cirrus clouds making for some cool sky optics. That was taken up in the Tennessee Valley. Had a 22-degree sun halo. It's like a little upper tangent arc. We had a couple of sun dogs and a contrail, condensation trail from a high-altitude jet. And the little green dot there, that's a lens flare. That's a camera artifact. And don't forget, this makes everybody cranky. A few people like it. We changed the time this Saturday, or Saturday night. Back on Standard Time Sunday, the sunset time in Birmingham Sunday will be 4:50 in the afternoon, 4:50 p.m. Central Standard Time. But for those of us that are weather weenies, the model data comes in an hour early during standard time, so that's one positive aspect of that. So that'll do it. Headed down to Jemison in Chilton County, home of the Panthers this morning. Jemison Elementary School and a program at Children's of Alabama for the patients there. It's Weather Wednesday. First Wednesday of the month. We do programs there every month. Then tomorrow I'll be up in Decatur at the City Center Retirement Community. Tomorrow night, Samford University a big concert with Charles Billingsley there. That's a fundraiser for the Love Lady Center, which is a great ministry out in Eastlake. Friday, Alabama Virtual Academy, and then Saturday, a book signing in Asheville, St. Clair County. They're celebrating 200 years of being a city. And I'll be there from 10 to 1, right there on the square by the courthouse. So 10 to 1 Saturday, Asheville. Hope to see you guys there. That's it for the morning edition of the Daily Weather Briefing video. We'll have notes on the blog. That's alabamawx.com. And if you can, join us this evening on ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block? Call Alabama Professional Services. Leaning or bowing basement walls? Call APS. Sticking windows or doors? Call APS. Settling or sinking foundation? That's right. Call APS. It's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call APS. Call Alabama Professional Services today.